Hello friends, this is Hedda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my January plan with me. This is where I'll be setting up my bullet journal for the month of January. And yes, we are already halfway through January, so this is very late. However, I am really pleased with how my spreads turned out and I'm so excited to show you. First off, here are the stickers I made for my patrons. I sent this out to them in December so that they would have them before the start of January. And the theme I went with is winter, owls, reading, and elves. So a lot of different things here, but I wanted to draw some elves in cozy winter clothing with lots of books surrounding them and little owl friends. And I actually think that this theme turned out so good, and I used colors that I don't normally go for because these are very cool muted blues and greens, and blue and green is a color combination I haven't done a lot of before, so that was really fun for me. It also feels very wintry. I also included a lot of browns and beige just to add some neutrals in there and make it a little bit more earthy. And honestly, I think this theme is perfect for January. What you see me doing here is I actually cut around my vinyl sticker just so that the white border wouldn't be too much, and I also cut out the parts kind of in between the tree branch and the back. One of my biggest pet peeves is actually stickers with too much white space. It's hard when making stickers though because you have to have that background. I could make transparent stickers, but it is good to have a little bit of a white edge around the sticker so that it really pops from the page. And also if I want to do special effects like the mirror effect that I have on the sticker, I can't do it transparent. It has to be opaque. So that's just a little inside information. So what I'm starting with is my cover page, and I wanted to use the vinyl sticker here because it has all of the elements of the theme that I want to showcase. It also has some pretty shiny details because of the special effects on the sticker. So I thought it would be perfect for the cover page. What I'm doing on this cover page is I'm going to have the calendar on the right hand side and then just a decorative cover page on the left side. This notebook has a grid in it. It's not a dot grid, it's an actual grid. I had a grid in my 2025 notebook as well, and I really like that. Now this grid is slightly smaller than the grid in my 2025 notebook. That makes it more versatile in my opinion because you can make boxes even smaller and you can kind of divide the page in smaller sections, if that makes sense. So I was able to make a calendar in the perfect size without it feeling too big on the page or too small. But you'll see that in a minute. I used a craft paper doily to have kind of a neutral background. I have mostly white doilies, but I figured a craft one would look really nice with this theme. It would also, of course, show up a lot better on the white paper. So I'm just placing the whole thing here, and I'm layering some washi paper from Paper Monogatari and also from my own printable journaling kit that I've made for my patrons in the back here, as well as some washi tapes. And the washi tapes are also mine actually. So the blue gingham one is from last year's, like the 2024 advent calendar, and the green gingham is from the 2023 advent calendar. So I don't actually have any more of those left, but I want to use them more in my own setup, and they were the perfect colors for this theme, so I'm doing that. The window sticker is from Lila Journals, and that's also where my notebook is from. And I'll put links to everything that I have links for in the description box below, but a lot of my stickers, like a lot of my stationery is old. Like I have a really big stationery collection that I'm trying to use more of, and a lot of the items are older and from small businesses, so it's not all in stock still, but I'll put links for what I have, and if there aren't links, I'll at least put where I got it from. So if you have questions about things that you see in this video, the description box is your best friend because it will have a comprehensive list. It will also have links to all of my other social media, like my Instagram, my Patreon, my website, all of that. Okay, so for the calendar, I used this ClickArt marker. It's like a ballpoint pen kind of, because you click it, but it's more of a marker in terms of function. This is a light beige one, and I figured it would look nicer than a very harsh black line, but I did end up going over everything with a very thin black fine liner afterwards, because I felt like it was lacking a little bit of depth and definition. So I used the fine liner to add something a little extra to the calendar and to all of my titles actually in this entire setup. I'm having a no-buy year in 2026 in terms of stationery, not in terms of other things in my life, because I will be buying lots of things for my new apartment that I'll be moving into in February. But in terms of stationery, I'm not gonna get any new stuff. I'm saying no to all free gifts as well. So it's not just a no-buy year, it's like a no-receive year as well. I just have a really big collection and I want to use more of it and not just add new things to it all the time, because it gets pretty overwhelming feeling like I need to use the new stuff all the time and never really being able to use up anything. So setting up my January spreads, I was actually really pleased with myself because I emptied like 3 sticker sheets. I mean, 2 of them were my own Patreon sticker sheets, but still. I used up this sticker sheet from Lila Journals with the roses and half of a second sheet with roses, just a different color, because she sent me, last year that is, she sent me this notebook and also another notebook and lots of stickers and stamps. She really spoils me, you guys. The package was lovely. And because these roses were blue and the other sheet had like black roses, but very muted, I felt like they fit this setup really well in terms of color. I also tried to use some of the washi tape samples that I've received from you guys in pen pal letters. So you will see some random washi tapes here and there. I don't know where they're from, unfortunately, since I don't have the whole roll and I didn't buy them myself. But bottom line is I want to use more of what I have, and my goal for 2026 is to empty a lot of sticker sheets and washi tape samples and maybe shrink my stationery collection just a little bit, because it is kind of getting out of hand and it feels odd just being one person and having this much stationery. No complaints though. I love my stationery collection. It makes me so happy and yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so the final details on the cover page is just some snowflakes and some stars. And I think the yellow adds a nice little detail to these spreads. The next spread I am setting up is my monthly dashboard. So this is where I'll write down my main tasks for January. I also have a little section for content I want to make. I want to really focus on content in January because I know that it's been seriously lacking this past half year, I guess. When I'm looking on my Instagram account, I'm like, wow, I haven't really posted much at all since summer. So I want to focus on that. I'm already doing well on that front, scheduling a lot of content, so that's really fun. I also have a section for notes and I have a section for shop things. So there will be a pretty big change in February because I am closing the shop at the end of January. Like I mentioned previously, I am moving in February, and I'm not just moving my apartment. If it was just the apartment, it would have been fine, but I'm also moving my office. I'm moving into a bigger apartment and I actually bought it. It's my first ever apartment. It's just mine, which is crazy and very exciting. But it means that I'll have a mortgage and I can't afford to keep the office, basically. So I'm moving my office back home, but this time it will move into its own room and it won't be in my living room. So I actually think it's going to be really great and I'm very excited. But that means that The whole office needs to be packed into boxes, all of my products, everything. And it's going to be really hard to keep the shop open during that time. So I'm going to close it for the entire month of February. So the last day it's going to be open is January 31st. And then for the first few days of February, I'm going to ship out those orders. Just make sure that everything's in order. And then I'm going to pack down everything and set up the office in the new apartment. And hopefully I'll be ready to open up on March 1st. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm very, very excited. I'm so excited to organize and decorate the new office. Because as much as I've loved having the office that I'm in now, it hasn't really been the creative space that I hoped it would be. I've been very limited in terms of decoration and furniture, so it's going to be nice to move into somewhere that I can make exactly how I want it to be and make it cute and cozy and just a really nice place for me to be creative. So I'm very excited for that, and I think it's going to be good for everything, actually. Not just my peace of mind, but I think it's going to be good for my content and my shop and everything. It's going to be great. So I'm very excited. I can't even say it enough. February is going to be such a crazy month. And to give myself the headspace to focus on the moving and all of that, that's why I'm closing the shop completely and not just keeping it open, but saying that I'm going to ship the orders in March, because I don't really want to think about it at all. It's really going to hurt my wallet though, because my shop is a very big part of my monthly income. So if you want to support me in February, I would really, really appreciate it if you want to join my Patreon. And that's one way to still get stickers in the mail while my shop is closed, is by joining my Patreon, because I do make both digital and physical stickers for my patrons each month. I decorated this spread with a little calendar sticker from Paper Dazed and also more window stickers from Lila Journals. The fir trees are from Paper Monogatari, from her winter collection from I think like 2 years ago. It's getting pretty old. The washi tape with the writing on it is from my own shop, ikigaipapier.com. The washi tape with the kind of Nordic knit pattern is from Paper Monogatari. And of course the main focus on the spread is the elves reading, the elf with the snow owl and also the owl sitting on the branch. Drawing owls is really fun. They're really hard to draw because their bodies are so weird, but I really love how they turned out. The markers I used on the spread are zebra Mildliners. I used a green, a grey and a beige one for this. I wish I had a blue one that fit the color scheme, but the only blue fine liners I have are too bright and I wanted the muted colors. So that's why I went with grey instead of blue. I really enjoyed making lots of smaller collages in this spread so that each girl sticker or elf sticker or owl sticker gets its own little collage. And the window stickers were perfect and I used up the entire sheet of window stickers. So in my weekly spreads I had to move on to other window stickers that I have, and I don't have that many, but I do have a roll of pet tape from Notebook Therapy that has lots of windows. So the style was a little bit different, but the colors were still neutral enough to fit the theme. So that's what I did. Gotta just use what you have, you know? That's gonna be my motto this year because I'm not buying any new stationery. And that is it for the dashboard spread. So now we can move on to the weeklies. And I am skipping one page here because the weekly spread that you'll see me set up in this video is actually the third week of January, because I filmed this the second week of January and the next weekly to make would be the third. And I will have shorts of the first and second week of January as well as the 4th and the 5th, because I have made all of my January spreads. I know, big applause for me. I feel very accomplished. And I filmed all of them. So I'm gonna have them as shorts here on YouTube and as reels on Instagram. And if I feel like it, they will also be on TikTok, even though TikTok and I don't really have the best relationship, but I don't know. We'll see. These alphabet stickers are from Paper Monogatari. I absolutely love them. I use them a lot in my weekly spreads for January. I also used a lot of her number stickers and days of the week stickers. I just felt like the fonts fit so well, and because they are transparent stickers, they don't show up as stickers at all almost, so they just look like they're just printed on there, I think. So I think they look really pretty. And the number stickers had this pale blue that fit the theme really well, so I really couldn't pass up on them. One thing I really like about this notebook is that there is a marker on the grid that shows the middle of the page, both vertically and horizontally. And that makes it really easy to split up the spread any way I want it without having to count squares. So that's really nice. So the way I made this spread is I split each page into 6 sections, so that way I would have 12, and then I need 7, one for each day of the week, and also a section for tasks. So I split the spread in half vertically, and then I split it into 3 horizontally. And that way each section was 16 squares tall, if I remember correctly, which was a really great size for my weekly planning for this week, because there is a lot happening and lots to do, as always. And then because I had already kind of mapped out the sections I needed for each day, the rest of those sections, like the rest of those 12 sections, were just for decoration. And I tried to keep the decoration somewhat within their little square, but it's not the end of the world if it kind of bleeds onto the squares next to them, because it's pretty open and I didn't actually make squares for the days. They're just imaginary squares, if that makes sense. And honestly, I probably didn't need as big sections for Saturday and Sunday as the weekdays, but now that I think about it, actually, yeah, maybe, because there's a lot of chores that I don't get done on the weekdays that I need to catch up on over the weekend, so yeah. The little heart stickers are from Sierra T Designs that she sent me last year. They're really, really adorable, and they were perfect as kind of boxes to tick for the tasks for this week. And that is it for the spreads that I'm setting up in this video. So now let's do a flip through so that we can take another look at all the spreads. I'll also show you the weekly spreads that I didn't set up in this video so that you can take a look at those as well. If you watched this video all the way to the end, be sure to put an owl emoji in your comment to let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of my patrons. You guys are literally the best. Couldn't do this without you. I'm so excited to be making new stickers and a journaling kit for you every month. I have so much fun with it, and I can't believe that I get to do this as my job. That is crazy. Here are those weekly spreads that I promised you. We got week 1 on the left side, week 2 on the right side. I am so excited for this new year, you guys, and I hope you are too. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope that you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!